Automakers save time and money by reusing engines, which makes sense most of the times. But when you see million-dollar supercars packing engines from average commercial vehicles, that raises some questions. So today, we'll be looking at 12 craziest cars that share the same engines, starting with Pagani's Honda and the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Back in the 90s, Mercedes-Benz engineers crafted a silky smooth 6-liter V12 engine built to last 1,000,000 miles and named it the M120, which was designed to power their flagship S-Class sedan. Not only that, but at some point, AMG first tweaked the M120 engine for Mercedes' 1997 CLK GTR race car, which literally took off at Le Mans like a Boeing 747 and never returned to race there since that incident. So Pagani knew all this, and for their hypercar, they needed an engine built like a Nokia 3310, in this case, the over-engineered M120. They bored and stroked it to 7.3 liters, slapped in forged pistons, and installed a steel crankshaft tough enough to survive a Metallica concert. Then they tweaked the camshafts, bolted on a high-flow exhaust, and reprogrammed the ECU to let the engine scream all the way to 8,200 RPMs. The result was 789 horsepower, or roughly enough to reverse Earth's rotation if you floor it in neutral. Moving on, we got the Noble M600, which is a raw carbon fiber beast with no ABS, no traction control, and zero chill, powered by a 4.4-liter V8 found in a family SUV Volvo XC90. So Yamaha, the same folks who build pianos and MotoGP bikes, decided to throw logic out the window. They slapped twin turbos onto Volvo's humble V8, stuffed it with forged pistons tougher than a Viking's ego, and cranked the boost until it spat out 650 horsepower. And then Noble, as a British underdog, took this nuclear reactor of an engine and dropped it into the M600. Suddenly, an SUV motor built for IKEA parking lots was revving to 8,000 RPMs, hitting 225 miles an hour, and outrunning supercars that cost more than a mansion. Now look at this car and tell me, why would you need a high-revving tuner legend engine in a minivan? It makes no sense, right? But thanks to Renault's corporate alliance with Nissan, they borrowed the 350Z's engine DNA, softened it for minivan duty, and slapped a V4Y badge on it. Think of it like Nissan handing Renault a racehorse, and Renault teaching it to pull a carriage. The engine from this Espace is actually a detuned version of that VQ engine, tweaked for practicality, smaller valves, milder tuning, and 240 horsepower, which should be just enough to haul groceries. The next car we got is the Koenigsegg CC8S. And this Swedish hypercar is powered by the same engine as in the Ford Crown Victoria. So Koenigsegg saw raw potential in Ford's 4.6-liter V8, bored it out to 4.7-liter, added a supercharger the size of a watermelon, forged the internals, and rewired the ECU to push 664 horsepower. The result was a V8 that went from 250 horsepower to 664, going from writing parking tickets to rewriting physics. The next car on our list is the Ultima GTR, and believe it or not, it packs the same LS small block V8 that powers the Chevrolet Tahoe. You can't blame the engineers behind Ultima for choosing the LS platform, because that's a legendary engine, highly tunable and with massive aftermarket support. In your Tahoe, that 5.3-liter V8 puts out reliably 355 horsepower, more than enough for daily driving and towing. But drop the same block into an Ultima, add aggressive cams, big turbochargers, and high flow heads, and you're looking at builds north of 1,000 horsepower and can do 0 to 60 in under 2.6 seconds. So next time you spot a Chevy Tahoe, know that its DNA can also be found roaring down a racetrack in the form of an Ultima GTR. Moving on, we got the Lotus Avora, and this one is powered by the same engine that you get in a Camry. Lotus replaced their in-house V8 with Toyota's proven 3.5-liter 2GRFE V6, then supercharged it to 400 horsepower in the Avora 400 for a perfect blend of reliability and performance. Anyways, in stock form, the Camry's 2GR makes around 268 horsepower and 248 pound-feet of torque, which is not a lot but capable. And seeing this engine in an Avora proves that a grocery getter engine can moonlight as a supercar hero with minimal changes. Now, on to the next car. And if you're an F1 fan, you most definitely know about what engine is powering the iconic McLaren F1. McLaren opted to base their F1 power plant on BMW's all-aluminum M75-liter V12 from the 750i sedan, which stock was pushing roughly 300 horsepower. So BMW Motorsport stroked and strengthened that block to 6.1 liter, upgraded the heads and valve train, and calibrated it delivering 627 horsepower at 7,400 RPMs. This car remains an icon for its carbon fiber monocoque, central driving position, Gordon Murray's minimalist engineering, and a then record 241 miles an hour top speed. And if BMW did it, Audi can do it too, with their V10 powering the Gallardo, Huracan, S6, S8, and the R8. And you can't blame them. That V10 FSI is the most reliable V10 ever made. Back when it came out, this all-aluminum 10-cylinder marked Audi's move into true supercar territory, yet its advanced fuel injection, cylinder on demand, and robust internals ensured it remained a dependable daily driver. Next, we have another Audi engine, a V8, and this time it is turbocharged and powers a track-focused supercar. The Gumpert Apollo and Audi RS4 both share Audi's robust 4.2-litre V8, but for wildly different ends. In the Apollo, twin turbos push that engine to around 800 horsepower, transforming a luxury sedan block into a track monster. By contrast, the naturally aspirated RS4 uses the same displacement to produce a 420 horsepower, tuned for high rev refinement and daily usability. Moving on, we got the BMW i8, and this car looks like a supercar, but packs a 3-cylinder engine from the Mini Cooper. The engine we're talking about is the B38, not B48 or B58, even though it's part from the same family. And even this one is reported as being reasonably reliable if properly maintained, but we're not here for that right now. Stock, this engine can push 131 horsepower, but for this car they needed a lot more, so they had to tune it to 228 and pair it with an electric assist for instant torque. I wish they put a B58 in this car, but as it's got a carbon chassis and a tiny engine bay, that could be challenging to engine swap it. The next car we'll be looking at is the Vman MF5, and this one is powered by the same engine as the E60 M5. It's got that high-revving 5-litre V10 S85, inspired by BMW's Formula 1 technology. However, it also has a reputation for high maintenance demands and reliability concerns. Despite these, the Vman MF5 is an iconic vehicle, blending classic design with cutting-edge engineering. Its limited production run and unique characteristics make it a sought-after collector's item for automotive enthusiasts. The last car on our list is the Aston Martin Vantage, and believe it or not, this one packs the same engine as the G63 G-Wagon. In the 2025 Vantage, Aston Martin has extensively reworked that 4-litre twin turbo V8, incorporating new turbos, revised cam profiles, and improved cooling systems. These enhancements boost the output to 656 horsepower, and it can go from 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. While the G63 retains the same base engine, but integrates a 48-volt mild hybrid system with an integrated starter generator. This setup delivers 577 horsepower, allowing it to accelerate from 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. So there you have it, 12 of the craziest cars that share the same engine. Let me know what you guys think about them, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. But until then, here are some other videos you might want to check out.